Welcome back, guys. This is the King of Weebs here, and this is what if Naruto was in an Isekai part 3. Last time we left off with Naruto and his party beating the corpse of the dragon, the zombie dragon, and Naruto getting the dragon's gem. And now Naruto is heading to where Itsuki did his work, get rid of the corrupt government and just replacing it with another one. And he actually puts up an emergency kitchen for the poor people. And then whilst returning to Melromark, because the third wave is coming up, I'll I'll say that he does still meet Melty, the other princess, the next one to inherit the throne. So they meet up, and in the end he takes her back, and he finds out that she's royalty too, after after he still has the meeting with the king. And also one more thing, no wait, he has the meeting afterwards, sorry, my bad. What I meant is that he still has the meeting with Itsuki and Ren about the dragon, how someone's been taking their rewards for doing those quests. And Naruto goes off at them, just like Naofumi did. He's like, "Oh, I took them. I wonder what you guys did. First of all, you Ren, you beat the dragon, but you thought it was a game, so you just left the dragon there. I don't know what happens in the game, but in real life, if you leave raw meat out in the dead creatures, they go rotten and the air becomes bad. And especially a dragon, a massive one, you just left it there thinking nothing will happen to it, and you caused a pandemic, and you nearly wiped out a whole village thanks to your bravery and stupidity. And you, Itsuki, you took down the corrupt government, but you just replaced it with another corrupt government, and you didn't do anything. You just replaced the bad with another bad. And they realized that they were in the wrong, and then Naruto just left with his party. And after that, Naofumi goes out, and he does still get chased by that soldier, one of the royal knights. And then Motoyasu comes at him with his spear, saying that he enslaved two beautiful girls, Philo and Raftalia. And Naruto's like, what? And so then they start fighting until Melty comes, and she stops the fight when Malty said keep going. And Melty's like, as the next in line to become queen, I order you to stop. And they all stopped. And now Naruto got kind of pissed that she was royalty, and he told he didn't really mind her being royalty, to be honest. He's not Naofumi, and he doesn't care if she's the king's daughter, because she's different, he knows. So he doesn't tell Philo to stop playing with her. And so Philo this time doesn't throw a tantrum, and Melty doesn't get saddened. And then the third wave begins, and the shield hero does still, Naruto this time, he still, basically what happened is that his whole party was protecting the village that the old woman he was in, she was protecting it from the goblins and everything. And Naruto's like, what did I do to her? And the royal knights were with him as well. This time he just let them come in, just that he gave them the money. This time he didn't keep it. He gave them 3 gold pieces to buy better equipment, and they did. So they're now in his party. And not 3 hours later, Naruto's like, what are these guys doing? It's been 3 hours and the wave it hasn't been completed yet. And he tells them to, this time he tells Raftalia and Philo to stay back, and takes Mei and Jin with him to the top, well, the to the other heroes. And just saying, Mei has affinity for light as well. I'll say light and wind magic, while Jin has affinity for fire and water magic. Yes, complete opposites, water and fire. Anyway, so they go on, and Naruto asks Itsuki what are they doing. The waves are not over. It's been 3 hours, and then Itsuki says, well, those two went on the ship, but I told them that you have to hit the front of the ship. I don't remember what that was, but Naruto's like, alright, let me go check. So what he does is, since he puts up 4 airstrike shields, and they all jump on top of them and they're on it, and they get on the ship, and he sees 2 of them fighting 2 different the two parties fighting 2 different monsters. And Naruto's like, what are you guys doing? You're meant to fight together, not like this. And then Naruto does still get pissed off, just like now for me, and says, and since Naruto is not like the 16-year-old Naruto who didn't really know anything, he's 19 now, he's more mature, and also he's smart. He's not as smart as now for me, but he still does find that, especially because of battle sense. Remember, he's a Naruto who literally fought a full war, and to be honest, he fought it on his own. The others really didn't do anything. Naruto literally carried. Even Sasuke did a lot, but not as much as Naruto. Like, have you seen him? Come on, you have to admit, he literally carried the whole ninja alliance to victory. And so Naruto does find out and tells Mei to cast light magic, and she's like, luminous sword. It's a reference. Just saying, this is a reference to an OST from Sword Art Online. If you guys didn't know what an OST is a soundtrack, and it's amazing. Luminous sword. If you want to listen to it, you can go and listen to it on YouTube. Have you heard me again? Luminous sword. Should I say again? One more time. Luminous sword. I think that's enough. I don't want to piss you guys off. Anyways, so Naruto does tell Jin to stab one of the shadows. Jin does that, and Naruto throws a kunai at the other shadow of the snake, and the Soul Reaper does come out, and they realize Naruto does still do some combos with this team, and realizes that the Soul Reaper won't be easy to beat, even though they will be able to beat it eventually. It's not by the time they beat it, the village is going to be destroyed. So Naruto decides to pull out the big guns and gets out the curse shield. And not only that, the curse shield, in the end he's still able to, the dragon is trying to control Naofumi by making him hate everything. But thing is, the dragon wasn't expecting a 9-tailed fox bigger than he is just standing sitting there like, yeah, you were saying you think your hate is that? Do you know how much Naruto went through? Yeah, nah, I would stay silent before you die again. And this time Naruto gets the dragon armor still, and without actually having to go through all the hate that the dragon was putting him through. And Naruto, in the end, he's able to what he does is so Naruto still does the airstrike shield, the shield prison, and then change shield, and then he casts the Iron Maiden, and this time he casts it with his own voice, not half dragon and half Naofumi or half him. It's just Naruto casting it, and they're like, what the hell, what? I thought the shield was weak. And Itsuki was already on the ship by now, and Naruto is pretty tired. Well, not really. he fakes being tired, because if he shows that he's not tired, they're going to start asking questions on how he's not even tired after that. And plus, he already knows they have questions about the strength that he just exposed. And then Glass still comes out of no. Well, the second Soul Reaper arrives, and they're all confused. Naruto's like, alright, okay, I'm not going to use that move again. So what he does, he blitzes the Soul Reaper and one-shots it with a Rasengan. Yes, I know Rasengan shouldn't be able to do that, but remember, Naruto's Rasengan is actually pretty strong. You know how he tripped against the Sasuke versus Naruto in the fight? He tripped and he made a little crater, not a massive one. Remember, that's because they can control their power. If Naruto actually put a bit more chakra in it, it would have created a hole in the ground if he actually tried. But he was holding back, and Naruto this time he actually tried, and he one-shot the the Soul Reaper, and then Glass is like, wow, you're impressive, shield hero. And basically she still tries to you know what she does against the Soul Reaper? Literally impales the Soul Reaper with an amount of luminous, yellow spears. It's like Haku's needles, just that they're thicker and they are a bit too OP. And Naruto dodges them, of course, because his reflexes are like on the next level. They cannot be. Naruto would never be hit with that, especially because it was way too slow. And Naruto's like, "Do you really think you can hit me with that?" And Glass was like, "I'm impressed." And Naruto's like, "Yeah, I wouldn't be." And he blitzes Glass and kicks her on the back of the head. And of course, Glass actually was able to protect herself. Her reflexes were good as well. Naruto wasn't really trying that hard. And Naruto was really impressed by her speed. And he's like, well done. Your speed's pretty impressive. But can you handle this? And Naruto blitzed in front of her. And he said airstrike shield. It was close to her, so she got sent out of the ship, but she came back. And the other three heroes were trying to get into the fight as well, and Naruto's like, don't get into this, you're going to just lose. And then they got one shot and they all fainted, and Naruto's like, idiots. And he tells his team to get off he tells his two party members, Jin and Mei, to get off the ship. He can handle this. And they're like, no, we want to stay and help you. And Naruto's like, trust me on this one, guys, I got this, don't worry. And they're like, alright. So Naruto's the only one left on the ship, and what he does is he goes into KCM1. Yes, he was able to unlock KCM, and his speed's way too high for Glass to even what's it called? Glass will never be able to get up to Naruto's speed in KCM, so it's pretty much a one shot for Naruto. And Naruto basically is on top of her, and he says, and Glass is like, how are you this fast? And Naruto's like, I'm the one asking questions here, tell me, who are you and what are you doing here and what do you want from us? And Glass is like, I won't tell you. And then a random timer appears on Naruto, in front of Naruto, and it says 50 seconds. And what Naruto didn't notice is that he ran out of chakra, since he has a lot of chakra, just saying, but the chakra that he has unlocked right now it's not even enough to do a Rasen Shuriken yet. Well, let's not go that far. Like, he could, but it's not enough to keep KCM on for a long time. So Naruto loses the fight because Glass caught him off guard once his orange form got taken away from him technically by the system. And Naruto's like, god damn it, this system's so annoying. And now Naruto is against Glass for another 50 seconds without KCM, and he's kind of struggling, to be honest, since he doesn't know Glass's all of her techniques. And she says full season something, I forgot. And Naruto gets blown back, and what he does is he uses his last bit of chakra to Rasengan her and sends her flying, and that's the last 3 seconds. So the glass has to retreat, and she says, "I'll be back, and next time I'll be able to beat you." And Naruto's like, "If you want to beat me, you should get stronger for next time, or you're not going to survive our next encounter." And Naruto was being serious, and Glass is like, "So you're threatening me now, right?" And Naruto's like, "You could say that, but you started the fight, so it's fair." And so Glass left, and Naruto fed one of the Soul Reapers to the shield before everyone woke up, and left with his party. He was in the village that he saved with his party, and they were all thanking him. And the 3 heroes arrived and asked him what power did he use against Soul Reaper. And Naruto's like, "Why should I tell you guys? It's none of your business. It's mine." And they're like, "You tell us now." And Multi, mine, she gets in and says, "You tell us now. I am the king's daughter, so you have to tell us." And Naruto's like, "I don't care whose daughter you are. I will never tell you guys." And Multi is just getting pissed off, and she's like, "How dare you?" And Naruto's like, you talk to me like that, and you're going to die." And she's like, "I might not be able to do anything to you, but to your party members." And then Naruto just gets pissed off, and he's already behind her with a kunai, and he's like, "Yeah, can you keep going? I didn't hear you properly." And Multi is completely, utterly shocked at Naruto's speed, and all the heroes are shocked as well. Motoyasu was about to attack Naruto, but then Raphtalia, Philo, Jin, and Mei are all on his neck, and they're like, "Yeah, what were you doing?" And the 3 heroes left, and Naruto's like, "Alright, well done guys, we can go back to Melromark, and we can go buy new equipment as a reward. We can buy new equipment for you guys as a reward for completing this wave as well." And they're all pretty happy that they get new equipment, but they're like, "You need new equipment as well." And Naruto's like, "You see, I really don't need equipment. I got enough." And they really were confused at that, because all Naruto's wearing is a cloak, and with a black shirt. Well, the Naruto the Last clothes. And Naruto's like, "That's more than enough for me. And plus, you guys may put protection magic on it, so it's fine. Light protection, I think. I don't know what she said." And May's like, "Yeah, luminous protection, just saying." And they go back to Melromark, and the king does still summon Naruto and asks him, "What power did you use against the Soul Reaper?" And Naruto's like, "Why should I tell you? What did you ever do to me?" And the king's like, "Without our financial help, you would be nothing right now, shield hero." And Naruto's like, "What financial help? You never really helped me, did you? You only helped the other heroes. All you do is try to get me in trouble and spread rumors about me. Why should I tell you what power I use and how I get it?" And the king's like, "If you don't tell me, the punishment you won't get will go to your party members." And Naruto's like, gives the same speech about not a speech, threatens the king just like now for me, and is that, "You even try to touch my party members, and I promise you now, on my life, I will chase you down to the ends of the earth, and I will make you regret ever being born." And the king actually gets scared, and he shouts out, "Devil of the Shield," and Naruto flicks him off and says goodbye. And then a shadow comes in front of Naruto, and she's like, "You have shown great power." And Naruto's like, "Thank you." And she says, "You have shown great power, I dare say." And Naruto's like, "Yeah, thanks." And while he's walking away, he's like, "I dare say." And he kind of laughs to himself, and he just walks off. And while this is happening, Melty does still have a conversation with her father, and she's like, "Why are you always against the shield?" And her father's like, "The shield has done way too many things to me in the past. I'm sorry." And she's like, "Why do you always have to fight with him? He didn't do anything. In fact, he even helps us." And the king's like, I know, but it's just that what happened in the past. And then Multi, mine, she comes in and she says, "Oh, dear sister, are you on the Shield Heroes side?" And the Melty is like, "It's none of your business, sister. This is more royal stuff than your delusional acts and spreading rumors." And Multi is really pissed off at that, and she's like, "How dare you? I'm your older sister." And Melty's like, "Well, I am the next in in line to become the queen." And she walks off, and Multi still has a little plan in her head. And Naruto already left, even without saying bye to Melty. He left a note in the, well, he told the, the guy that gives them gear, and to tell Melty if she comes here that they already left to go on another quest. And Melty still does follow them, and Indian finds them, and they still get attacked by the Royal Knights, the little plan Multi or Mine made. And Multi did still, Multi, Mine, I'll call her Mine from now on. Mine still tried to murder her sister, and blaming her on Naruto instead of Naofumi, since Naruto is taking his place. And Naruto protected her with the shield and says, "Just what are you trying to do?" And his whole party started fighting, and in the end, they changed the the video that they took with a glass bowl, which just confuses me. I'm like, what the hell? It's a glass bowl. Like, how can you take videos with it? Anyways, so in the end, Naruto does still take, the Royal Knights still retreat from Naruto, and Naruto, his teammates, his not teammates, his party members do go to the near city, and they find out that they're wanted. And Naruto's like, "I should have known they were planning something." And they're like, "No, it's fine." And Melty is like, "It's all because of my sister." And Naruto's like, "Don't worry, we'll get you back to your to your to the king safely. You won't be killed, don't worry." And they still do go in hiding, and they decide to make a they do have a plan to go tell the other heroes that what really happened. And he does still meet up with Motoyasu in front of the other town. I think it was the other town. And then Motoyasu says, "You killed Itsuki and Ren. How dare you, devil of the shield?" And Naruto's like, "Wait, what? I killed who?" And Motoyasu's like, "Don't act dumb. You killed them all. Don't we have proof?" And Naruto's like, "Where's the proof?" And Multi's like, "I'm sure that one of the church members, one of the most trusted church members told us. That's more than enough." And Naruto's like, "Motoyasu, have you even seen their bodies? How can you be sure I killed them?" And Motoyasu is like, "Shut up, devil of the shield, you're just lying now. I will avenge Itsuki and Ren. Now I know why I've been summoned here. Blah blah blah," that cliche thing. "I've been summoned to stop you from committing any more crimes. Not only have you enslaved and brainwashed your party members to join you and fight for you, but also you killed Itsuki and Ren. How dare you?" And Naruto's like, "Just what are you talking about?" And Motoyasu, "Just fight already. I'm going to end your life here." And Naruto's like, "Oh really?" And he was getting pretty pissed off, and what he does is punches Motoyasu while he's off guard. Remember, Naruto could beat them without even the shield or any Rasengan, since he is pretty OP at taijutsu. Remember, he is literally on, I'll say, just a bit less than Rock Lee. Come on, Rock Lee is a taijutsu specialist, but if Rock Lee and Naruto were to fight just taijutsu, Naruto wouldn't have an easy time beating him. He could with KCM, but if it was just normal Naruto, he would have a pretty hard time. By just taijutsu, no ninjutsu like Shadow Clone or anything, Rock Lee would technically win. Since the gates are literally a taijutsu technique, so he would be able to use it, and Naruto would lose. But if Naruto were to fight with his full power, Rock Lee would have got pummeled. But you know what I mean. So Naruto is already stronger than them without any cardinal weapon. But of course, he wouldn't show that, or they would be really confused and they would actually try to find out where does he really come from, and if he's enough to basically end the waves by himself. And he'd rather not do that. And just saying, he did already meet up with the Philolio Queen, and Raftalia did have her little character development of her friend. I forgot her name. And the dinosaur that does still get summoned, and Naruto has to put an end to it, and he gets blamed for it as well. And he knows that he has to end the fighting between the cardinal heroes, because even with his power, he doesn't know if it's going to be enough, because the Philolio Queen does know about Naruto's true strength, but says to actually beat the waves and put an end to it, all four cardinal heroes have to work together. And Naruto, and even if one's missing, it's impossible, even with Naruto's strength. And Naruto's like, God damn it, if Itsuki and Ren are really dead, we're never going to be able to beat the waves, and I'll never be able to go back to my home. And says, just who killed Itsuki and Ren? And Motoyasu's like, why are you acting dumb? And he actually catches Naruto off guard and stabs him, and that just pisses off Naruto. He really wants to break this cardinal weapon, but he I was about to say now for me, Motoyasu pulls it out, and Naruto actually blitzes Motoyasu, roundhouse kicks him, and says, just who do you think you are? I didn't do anything. And then Philo actually, well, you know how Motoyasu still does his combo skill with his 3 girls, and Naruto's like, yeah, that's not gonna work on me, and uses his airstrike shield to stop it, because even airstrike shield is strong enough. And then Philo does get the feeling that something is up, because and says, wait, well, and the May actually notices as well, and she's like, wait, where are all the guards? They've left their stations. And mine is like, wait, what? And Philo gets the intuition, and she tells Naruto to put up his strongest shield, and tells him to use his cursed shield. And Naruto's like, alright, and he uses air prison, shield prison, then airstrike shield, second airstrike shield, and then he does still use his cursed shield, and he protects everyone from the attack from the church. You know, the monarch. Wait, what was the? Wait, 1 second. The attack was from the Pope, of course, and Naruto's like, who is that? Because he never really he's never really seen the Pope, and he completely forgot about him. And the mind's like, Pope, what are you doing? And Melty explains to Naofumi that that's the Pope, and the Pope's like does another attack, and Naruto has to protect all of them. And he's like, just what are you doing? Why are you trying to kill the 4 cardinal heroes? And the Pope's like, we killed the 2 heroes, the the sword hero and the bow hero. And Naruto's like, you see, it wasn't me. And we blamed on the devil of the shield. And Naruto's like, what's that meant to, why? And the Pope's like, you're the devil of the shield. And then basically he still attacks, Motoyasu tries to attack the Pope, and the Pope has a barrier. And the next thing that happens is Ren and Itsuki break the barrier, and they come out of nowhere, and the Pope's like, wait, what, you're alive? And the same with Motoyasu, and they're like, some people called the Shadows, we owe our lives to them, they saved us. And Naruto's like, wait, do they mean those Shadows? And he's like, they've been keeping a tab on them. Wow, stalkers. And basically, in the end, they still do have their little clash about, you guys did this and that, and because of you, I'm the one getting blamed of it. And Melty does still put a water protection on Naruto. Same with May and Raftalia, they put double luminous protection, and all of them get protected. And also Jin, just saying, they're all max level. Just saying, all of them are level 40 right now. So they want a a class upgrade already. And Naruto is like, alright, we're ready to fight. We still have to fight together to beat him. And all the heroes are like, oh, finally you're cooperating. And and Motoyasu is like, nothing can beat the power of friendship. And Naruto laughs at that, and he's like, yeah. And that's where I'm going to end off, on a cliffhanger. The fight is going to be really different. So I hope you all enjoyed this part. I know it was a bit rushed and a bit all over the place, but I hope you all enjoyed it anyways. I'm these two new series I made are doing really well on the channel. What if Naruto was a player and what if Naruto was in an Isekai? I know I was the first to make it, but I hope you all still enjoy my parts as well. Please go check out the others, like Harry Fox, who made What If Naruto Had Solo Leveling Powers, but mine was really different. I did check his first part, and my first part were completely different, so we took a completely different route. Like, he went right, I went left. So I hope you all understand that my one's completely different. It might be similar, the idea is completely the same, but I'm saying it's completely different how we took it. So I hope you all enjoyed. Please take care, stay safe. This is the King of Weebs here. And also, please join my Discord, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. And one more thing, tomorrow we won't get any what ifs. We will get only summonings on the new banners of Dragon Ball Legends. I hope the banners come out, because he says in the maintenance notice in the news, he says shop, the exchange shop will be, well, the shop, I don't know which shop, there's an exchange shop for in-game currency, well, in-game rewards. If you can exchange them for other rewards that you really will want to help out level up your characters, soul boost them, or the shop to buy chrono crystals. Like, I haven't been in that shop for years now. Nearly, like, I bought things like maybe twice. I'm not rich, anyways. But it says the summoning place, you know, where you go summon, it is being updated, and it will be from 3 a.m. to 9 a.m. and I'm waking up at 6 a.m. for this. I don't even care. I'm literally going to get the new characters. I promise you right now, I want the characters, and I will try to get them. If I don't get them, I'm just gonna cry at myself to sleep. Anyway, I will be doing a collab, part 1 and 2, with Miniman 123. I hope, also, you know, please go subscribe to him as well, and because we will be doing a video together tomorrow, and we might do some PvP just to end it off. I'm not really that great at PvP, but hope you all enjoyed this part. Anyways, I will be uploading a new video tomorrow. I mean, a new video today and tomorrow as well. And just saying, yesterday, I want to apologize for not uploading yesterday, the second video. I just fell asleep at 6 o'clock, when I usually record and then edit. But I just fell asleep up to 9. I don't know why. And I was just really tired out of nowhere. And I just fell asleep, and plus I was in a really bad mood with my parents. They really took the piss. And I hope you all enjoyed. Please take care, stay safe. Please follow me on Twitter, Instagram, join my Discord server made by RATREET. Please subscribe to him as well. Link in the description. This is the King of Weebs here, and peace.